Well, welcome back, everybody. Thank you for joining us in one of our adventures because, well, 3 years ago, roughly this same weekend, we were at an event called No Name Nationals. And it was the first year. It was all the coolest people you could imagine from YouTube gathering at an 8 Mile old school drag strip. Everybody having a great freaking time. I took my 70 Charger, made a few passes, may have found the limits of an 18 spline 4-speed, and well, we ended up moving out here about the time we built a dedicated race car to race and brake. And time has just gotten away from me, and a lot of projects have showed up unexpectedly, and some, you know, I'm a very blessed man with the amount of projects I have. Yeah. But anyways, the whole goal here is to eventually get back to certain cars, and well, I'm pretty sure a lot of you have been waiting for a long time, and well, I've been patient myself. It's my car. It's my dream that my dad and I put together and all of our buddies. But today is gonna mark the day. Sunday, September 28th, technically the week after No Name. But Jezebel's coming out of her spot here. And well, at our old house, we always had a little designated work area. And I think Dad and I finally found our work area at the new place, because we built the 55 Dodge right there. And we tried to build the Duster inside, and that was just a fight because we're just not used to it. So right there, that's our little shady nook. That's our work spot. So Dad's gonna get the tractor keys, and well, I think we got you a pretty good camera angle set up over there. What do you say? What do you say? Let's get Jezebel out of her hole, get her up on the old jack stands, rip out that 18 spline, and well, let's work on making that car functional again. And then we can get back to work, you know, on like, well, when I say functional, let me just be honest with you. The main goal is to get it up on the jack stands and get the 18 spline out so we can rebuild it, and then eventually put it all back together in one glorious run, and she can be together and stay together. And glorious harmony until I put my foot in it again way too much, and then we'll deal with it then. So, hope you guys enjoy the resurrection of my 70 Ratty Charger, Jezebel. Thank you for tuning in. Here he comes, the man, the myth, the legend, the dad.
4-0, 4-3, 4-3.
From No Name?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or was it 3-3? No, it's 4-3.
Dad's still living off the high from racing at No Name. I can't blame him. I can't blame him, really. I really can't. All right. Dad's mighty proud of his 190 XT. Everything we've always had, we've had to build, and that one is no exception. I painted that hood. Dad made those side panels because they were missing. Oh, and we rebuilt the engine twice technically, because it was supposed to be rebuilt and then the crank was far from usable.
New crankshaft.
Yeah, now it's got a new crank, and well,
New seat.
new seat. Same tires, pretty sure.
Yeah.
We'll see how well it fires up from sitting. Good old Alice quality, hopefully will prevail.
Alice quality. No throttle.
You know, I thought I was going to film from this angle, but I think I got a better idea.
I don't think it's got enough gas.
I don't know.
Don't worry about it. Go back here. Hang up there. Oh, well, yeah.
bet that looked kind of cool. She was sitting there for a while. Well, I'm gonna figure out where to put you guys, and we'll continue. interior and the cockpit of Jezebel. The one gauge that truly matters, and those two down there. The rest of these work, but they're not important. That one is the one we got to get fixed. It's the one that doesn't work now. But we don't want to anger our neighbors too much. I don't think our new neighbors mind really loud cars, but always make her a little bit, you know. Option A or option B, dude?
I like B.
Yeah, B, son. I like B too. Alright. No matter how much a man dreams and how much you pull your car around with a tractor, there's only one way to actually fix your crap, and that's, well, take it apart. So, that is the goal now. We're going to be working on Jezebel in the background. We'll do some updates. And when we get the old 18 spline, Dad, come on around here. And we'll get the old 18 spline ripped out. We'll share all that with you. And, well, do it to start putting her back together, I imagine. So, as always, guys, thank you for checking it out so far. This is your little Jezebel work update. Work update. All right, on to other projects, Dad. As always, take care. We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. I got sweat in my eye already. God dang it.
The old horse away.
How'd the old Alice do?
She's doing fine. She's ready to eat. She's running to eat something.
Well, no eating of the Jezebels. Nope.
Got the van right next to us. We can eat on that.
Well, this isn't our van, though.
Oh.
I mean, it looks a lot like Von Dookie, but it's not Von Dookie.
Sorry, Brian.
No. It's pretty close. It's pretty close.
You really got an open spot on the line there.
I know, we need to probably put the duster there or put one of the other cars there so that way one of us doesn't start looking at Marketplace and trying to find something to put there.
Yeah.
We got a problem with not being able to say no.
I was thinking about the Valari today.
Oh no.
We could have made it down the 8th center and back today.
We're gonna probably have to own that Valari, aren't we?
Probably be dawn time we get.
We said that at the junkyard, like when we were leaving, we're like, oh, it's gonna be gone long before we ever get interest. And as it turns out, none of the viewers have gone after it yet. And well, I guess that just makes it fair game. No one can say we're buying all the projects. If people aren't gonna buy it, then I guess we'll buy it. And we'll fix it.
Maybe flip it, maybe not.
Well, we can't keep all of them. This does look really cool.
Yeah, it's so low in the sun, I can't get my jack in here.
Well, I ain't changing that. For like the 50 people who may have watched the 55 build series, which, first off, thank you. We're not using the crane anymore, really. I remember all the comments being like, man, it'd be nice to have the crane. Yes, it is nice. But, proof of concept. Jack straight from Harbor Freight. And doing the same thing that we did with the 55. Little two-guy, little hydraulic jack. Grab a hold of the rear frame rails. That'll pick it back, and then we can get it all set up in the air so we can crawl underneath it nice and easy. Work on it. Just gotta be creative sometimes. Well, I can't say I'm a fan of my Charger having the suspension fully, you know, with no weight on it and kind of looking 4x4-ish. I can't say that's the look for me. But she's up in the air. My overcomplicated exhaust system. Oh, how I miss staring at you.
You got the key?
Yep. The dreams of a young man. You'll never see that fancy painted bell housing scatter shield. Oh, looking at it right now. Yeah. All right. What'd you say the problem looks like, Dan?
Let's see, you ain't got no daggone drive shaft. Where's the daggone drive? That's why it ain't go nowhere. I think all you need is daggone drive shaft.
Yeah, we appear to be missing something. Here. Here. Oh. Here, put it back together, please.
That's part of your drive shaft.
Yeah, that's the piece that's missing. All right, you're master at fixing all things, Dad. Just
So we got any daggone nickel rod?
I got some super glue in the shop. It's pretty good stuff.
Need some nickel rod.
We might be missing a couple pieces. We got some duct tape we might be able to fill some of those gaps in with.
Well, if you don't run no oil in it, it won't be leaking.
Well, that's a fair point. Man,
I think you just need some daggone nickel rod.
you think it'll be fine?
I'd say that daggone
Look at that.
yoke shit to bed.
All right, so at some points, Dad had mentioned yoke giving up. As it turns out, we have a little bit of clarification here.
Yeah, it wasn't a yoke, it's the output shaft.
Dad had the two pieces in here kind of mixed up. Of course, it kind of looks like one big piece, kind of. It's all married, but yeah, output shaft gave.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the yoke didn't give. What are you seeing?
Oh, I'm just looking at the crack right there.
Did we find all the pieces?
No, apparently there's a big chunk missing still. It blew that chunk out the bottom.
Yeah, it's all pretty well filled up, but you're missing a piece there and a big chunk there.
Yeah. Well, all right, I just want to address this for all the peanut gallery, because there is that theory about how the drive shaft was too long. You see that long extended boot there? It's got more travel in it. But Dad's not going to be able to compress it because it's all freaking exploded.
Yeah,
It can't move anymore. It's all locked into place, but yeah, look at that.
that's right.
It's kind of crazy. Let me get a picture of that.
If you look at see that little shoulder and this shoulder,
Mm-hmm.
how it's not lined up.
That's interesting. Yeah, you make a really good point. It is all twisted off, basically.
Yeah, it's like twisting a piece of licorice.
Yeah, you can see that really nice, crisp line right there. Yeah, it grenaded basically in that position, I bet, and shot everything out the bottom. And that's why we're missing that big chunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why you can't pull this out, because that's twisted too.
Yeah, and it's also, if you look at the billet steel yoke, that sleeve, it's all exploded on the bottom side, and that's why we can't actually take that yoke out. Yeah, it just shot out violently out the bottom. All right, case closed. I'm just gonna take that back now. It is not every day a man gets to have a trophy like this. I mean, come on now. I spent good money on this Charger, and by gosh, I'm gonna keep my trophies intact. Maybe I just need to mount this on like the hood somewhere. It's kind of huge and heavy though. Yeah, Kind of forgot about the duck. All right, well, folks, thank you for tuning in. And, well, we'll keep working on Jezebel, and I'll keep making little updatey videos kind of like this. Instead of making you guys wait, you know, a million years for one big video like I've been doing, we're just going to sprinkle these little updates out. However long they are, that's what they are. That way you guys know what we're doing in the background.
All I can tell you is it ain't gonna fix itself.
No. 3 years of sitting around, basically. About daggone time.
Yep.
Well, we got to fix that one so that way we can continue to make progress on the others. So, see you guys. We can see you guys next. So as always, take care and bye-bye. Bye-bye. That was kind of cool, wasn't it? Getting to see old Jezebel get pulled around. In fact, I want to thank you guys for checking out the video to this point. In fact, you're still watching. That is the whole purpose of this little point and segment of the video, is just to give you a little bit of an insight on everything going on in the background, so you kind of know. Because I think you guys are pretty cool, and I figured, you know, some of you might actually care about what's going on in the background while we do other videos. So, namely on the old red Polara, you'll notice that it has been moved. But what I want to show you is, this is the much cooler Plymouth gauge cluster, and it has a clock in there. And let me just show you the Dodge counterpart for the gauge cluster. And I have to agree with everybody that unanimously the Dodge cluster is just lacking. It's got the bar graph kind of speedo. I don't mind the auxiliary gauges, but you'll see even this one's got a blank over there, and so does this one. And what was neat is the price I paid for that Plymouth cluster was basically the price of one of the really nice Dodges, and all I had to do was clean this thing up. I mean, it looks pretty nice, and it's actually got a clock, and I don't need a tack there because my Polara has a console tack, and I have all that. But this one also came with all the wiring. And you may be wondering, so what's your intentions there? Well, the Canadian Dodge has actually used the Plymouth wire, or the gauge cluster, and there's a pretty cool car that's been featured on the internet a number of different times, and it's a Canadian built Polara 500, and it has the Plymouth cluster. Now the difference is the Dodge has a single plug-in, and the Plymouth has two rectangular plug-ins. The Dodge is circular, the Plymouths are these two rectangular plugs. All right, now we're back over to the Polara. I'll show you the plug. It is that dude right there. So my plan, and I'm gonna probably cover all of it in a video more in depth, is basically how to adapt those two. And thank God that I got that Plymouth harness, because it makes it a lot easier to figure out what goes where when you want to, you know, intermingle the two. I think it'll be a cool upgrade on the old Polara to me, make it unique, pretty cool, especially with the bucket seat interior with the console and the 4-speed shifter. And yeah, so that's about what I got on the Polara for you. Some of you might be wondering where the 300's been in most recent videos. Well, we've been more focused on the old 55 Dodge, as you have seen, and we're now at the point on the 300 and the 55 where no one wants to watch videos on us going over every single little potential wiring issue we're going to run into. But yeah, as far as the 300, just kind of took a back seat as far as a project car goes. I ain't lost interest in it. It's just, it's right there to where I can hop in it, turn the key, and do anything I want with it. I mean, the headlights work, everything works. So it's just kind of like at that driver duty, which is where I kind of strive to get every car to, including like even our 55. I got some parts for it to get it a little more complete, because our goal is not really to have all these things super perfect and done. It's to make them run and drive again and making them functional vehicles. And then once they are functional vehicles, then you get to focus on making them look cool and pretty and all that stuff. Like primary thing, wheels, tires, engine runs, transmission now works, brakes work. So now the 55 is basically at that same duty of the 300, where it's just doing all the little things. And then once you get your project to where you're happy with it, then you can make it pretty, like Dad's Charger over there. But yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed the little update. But yeah, the Tornado, it's kind of taking a back seat, only because, well, we're gonna get Jezebel done. I really want to get this car finished up and make it drivable and basically seal it up before winter so that way we can finish it. And I know I've teased quite a bit on our old Pro Stock Challenger, but you're just gonna have to keep being teased on that because I ain't ready to put out those videos yet. Mainly because we haven't really done much with it other than pick it up. Now he's cheating.
You cheated me.
Well, you took off the heavy part. That's fantastic. And stare at it and just keep pinching ourselves because it's the real deal. But then we got stuff like this. And I know you guys have been waiting a long time. I have been patient with myself, and it's just, can you believe it has been 3 freaking years? It's just amazing how time has flown. But now we got everything, including the inspiration. That was the one piece I was missing. And you may be asking yourself, how are you not inspired to work on a 70 Charger? Well, it comes from when you have a plethora of different cool projects, and well, when the good Lord's blessed you and gave you basically everything you could have ever dreamt for all at once, even though you're now broke, but now you never have to buy a car again because you have all the ones you could potentially want, including ones that you did never plan on owning, like a 55 Dodge. That happens. You know, I'm not going to complain about it because, well, I ain't ever really got a surf marketplace ever again because, yeah, it's a good time to be a Mopar guy, in my opinion. So as always, guys, thank you for checking out the little update portion of the video. Thank you for all the love and support you've always sent us throughout the years. Big shout out to everybody who showed up at No Name and had a killer time. I'm looking forward to seeing everybody there next year. We're going to help promote it a little bit because it'll be the 5th annual, and I think it'll be a great time. I've heard some stuff in the grapevines, what's going on in the background, and let's just say it'll be a good time to have a 3-pedal car. So as always, thank you guys for checking it out. Look forward to seeing the next one. Always take care, and bye-bye.